Hi, I'm Fiona, and with absolutely no technical skills, I decided that I wanted to make a video to share with you. So I duly sat down at the kitchen table with the iPad and got on with it. My daughter-in-law Stephanie said that she would help me, and so when I sent it to her, she said to me, "Why are you sitting looking sideways?" I went, no, I was looking at the screen. And she said, "Do you know where the camera is?" And I had to say no. Now, for a few days, I pondered the thought of doing the video again, but it was a moment in time and the words just came tumbling out. So please forgive me, and I want to say a huge thank you to Stephanie for her patience, for her technical skills, and for allowing my thoughts to come to life. Thank you very much. Hello, I am Fiona and I stay in the outskirts of Balfron with my husband Neil, and I'm just wondering how you're coping with the lockdown due to the coronavirus. Well, I have to say it came as a bit of a shock to me. It was all a bit surreal that suddenly we couldn't go anywhere, and I had information overload from the media. The words furlough, COVID-19, capacity, social distancing, stay at home were the norm. So I did what the government said. So I have stayed at home and protected the NHS and stayed safe. And I've been staying at home ever since. And it's been quite tricky not being able to see the children and not to be able to give the grandchildren a hug. And I'm sure many of you will understand. So after about the first week, I got a letter through the post, and it was just the most wonderful letter I could have got. It was, I hope you can see it, a little pocket hug. And it says, "Granny and Grandpa, here is a little hug for while we can't be there. Just a little something to show you that we care. Miss and love you lots." And it's got the grandchildren's name at the bottom. Now, this is supposed to be in my pocket, but I've kept it on the piece of card because, let's face it, I'm not going anywhere. So I have it in the kitchen, and when I feel just a wee bit flat, I just look at the wee wooden pocket, and it makes me feel happy. Losing my independence has been a challenge, and not being able to jump in the car and go to the village, to the shops, go to visit friends, have friends along here. It has been challenging, and I've had to rely on the family to bring food to us. And I have to thank them, and I know there are lots of other people in the same situation as myself. So at first I was just giving 1 or 2 items, and then now I'm a bit braver and I give a few more. And at the end I always say, "And just put in a wee treat if you want." And sometimes it helps. See, when they go away, I can just go delve into the groceries and see what treats they've bought. So I'm just really a child at heart. Loneliness must be the most dreadful thing for some people just now, because we don't know when this is going to end, and it just seems to be going on and on and on. Losing my independence has meant that I cannot help, but I know that there are volunteers out there bringing comfort and companionship to many, like the Balfron Church in Quarantine and the Balfron Lunch Club, reaching out to the community to provide care in its many forms. And there are lots and lots of other groups out there. It's been very humbling actually, because I've had phone calls from people that I haven't seen for years, wondering how we are. And one of my daughter-in-law's friends stays in Cullerton. She has 3 small children, and she phoned to see if she could do any shopping for us. So it is bringing people together. So there has to be a positive in this. During the last few weeks, we should have been celebrating with family and friends, but like everybody else, we haven't been able to. We haven't been able to give them the wee hug to say well done or congratulations, but that will come. There's also been great sadness, so I want to take this opportunity to think about those people who unfortunately are experiencing grave sadness due to illness or bereavement. I am now more accepting of the situation, and I'm in a new routine where making dinner at night is a huge thing. I only listen to the government report at about 5 p.m, but I find myself shouting out the answers to quiz questions. I would like to say I've been watching University Challenge or Only Connect, but it's pointless or The Chase. So I hope that you have got yourself settled into a new routine and are finding things a bit easier. I have been indulging myself quite a lot over the last few weeks by listening to a lot of music on the iPad. I do miss my Thursday night rehearsals with the Balfron Community Choir, and I hope it won't be too long before we're back under the leadership of Anne. She gives us such fantastic music to sing. It's great, and I look forward to our next concert. How are you getting on with the homeschooling? Well, Neil and I have two girls that stay with us. We've got Tess that you can probably hear in the background, and she is a Jack Russell, and she is the boss in the house. Trying to teach her new tricks is very difficult, but we just adore her. Come on, up you go. Good girl. Come on, up. Come on, up you come. Up. Come on, up you come. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, you're a good girl. Come on, there it is. Oh, okay. This is Nell, and she is our collie pup, and she just adores a hug, as you can see. Now she is having to learn social distancing. This is what I'm trying to teach her. Yes, I'm trying to teach you social distancing. Some days are better than others. For Tess, after all these 10 years, it's coming back to her name, but we're working on it, aren't we? You're just super, aren't you? Yes. And here we are, ready to start our Joe Wicks workout. It never ceases to amaze me, the beauty of the view around here. I've got Coltrochan Wood, the Campsies, and it just has been changing week on week during the lockdown. When we started this, the daffodils were flowering, and now that season is over, and it's the bluebells that are forming a carpet in the wood. The trees were very bare, and now, as you can see, the foliage is there and the colours are just fabulous. I love this time of year. Down at the bottom of the field, there's the River Endrick, and this is Beamer, a pony that the children enjoy riding, but of course she's having a life of luxury just now because the children can't come and see her. Up at the top of the field, there's an area that's already fenced off for her because hopefully the cattle will be coming out in a couple of weeks, and when the grass is rich, it's important that the pony is on a restricted grass diet. Now, I'm not sure if you can hear the birdsong in the background, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I am aware that there are deer in the wood here because sometimes the dogs disturb them and I can hear them crashing through the woods. And there's also a track at the side of the fence that obviously the deer have been following. They are such majestic creatures. and their bark can be heard at dawn, although I never hear it then, and also at dusk. It's quite a loud, sharp sound coming from such a beautiful, beautiful creature. But it's the wonder, you just wonder what animals are living just at the other side of that fence. And below the wood here, there is the River Endrick. In the afternoon, Nell goes down to the farm with Neil. She is hopefully going to be a good working collie. And Tess and I, we just potter about in the garden. And it's while we've been in the garden that we've met so many lovely people who have walked out from the village as part of their daily routine. And everyone has been so complimentary about the view from our house. So it gave me a wee idea. So with the help of Stephanie, my daughter-in-law, with her technical skills, my sister-in-law Dorothy, and my neighbour Katrina, we have put together some photographs for you to enjoy. The music in the background was written by Bill Stewart, who stays in the village, and it's called Kiltrochan Wood to Honey Home. I hope that it won't be too long before you will be able to walk along, drive along, or be driven along so that you can admire this view for yourselves. But in the meantime, from the comfort of your armchair, listen to Bill's lovely music, and I look forward to seeing you soon, and I send you a hug. Stay safe.